Hey people, do you ever wonder why candidates don't show up? Aren't you angry, sad, demotivated, or pissed off? Because after doing loads and loads of calls, screening, shortlisting, candidates just end up ditching you. Well, you are not alone. Friends, I am Akash, director at Relativity for over 12 years, and today we are going to talk about those small but very important things that you should do to hire fast and hire right. Let's jump right into it. Hiring the right people isn't always easy, and you guys know that. After going through scores and scores of resumes, sourcing them, shortlisting the candidate itself is a daunting task. And the last thing that we really want is dejection, frustration, or a lack of sense of belonging. But you know what? The candidates really don't care. Why? Because statistics actually shows that there are about 24 to 36 recruiters who talk to a candidate, a good candidate, and that is what we are going to look at in the next few minutes. Let's talk about the drop-offs in the hiring process first. We all know that hiring is a series of steps that we all undertake. First is sourcing, the second one is pre-assessment, the third one is evaluation, the fourth one is offer, and the fifth one is onboarding. Now typically the drop-offs happen primarily at two stages. The first stage being at the evaluation stage, specifically when candidates don't show up for interviews. And the second is at the onboarding stage, where candidates don't join on the joining date. Well, the good news is that all of this can be solved. Before we move into the solutions, my folks at Relativity did a couple of role plays for this video. They're very short, so let's hear them out.
Hello, is this Varun?
Yeah, this is Varun.
Okay, hi. So I found your profile in Naukri and it said that you are looking for the digital marketing job.
Yes, correct.
Okay, so introduce yourself, Varun.
You are from which company calling from?
Okay, I am from calling from Bluesoft Technologies and my name is digital marketing. So here we currently have opening only in the sales team. So are you okay with sales related job?
Job description you have?
Job description, we will discuss the job description during the interview.
So what do you think about this call? It sucked, right? Yeah, this is not how a call actually should be. It's terrible. The recruiter did a terrible job in talking to the candidate, and that's not the way to talk to a candidate at all. Do you really think Naveen is going to actually attend the interview? Most probably not. Let's look at another call.
Hello, can I talk to Miss Radha?
Yes, my name is online.
Yeah, good morning, Radha. This is Saranya calling from RMS IPL, and this call regarding for an interview for the position of team manager. So, is it the right time to talk to you? I just got your resume from Naukri.com, and are you looking for any job change right now? Okay, let me tell about our company. We are into this industry for 11 years. And we have our head office in Coimbatore and the branch offices in Bangalore and Chennai. So you're going to handle the team of finance and tax. So here you're going to handle a team size of 15. So obviously it is one of the challenge you expect.
Yeah, definitely. I think I will have a lot of learning.
Feel free to contact me and let me just send an email to you right now, and we will just get back to you for the face-to-face interview.
So see, this is a decent conversation. Saranya did get some things right in the call, and Radha is actually interested in attending the interview. So this is what we want from most of the candidates we speak to, the desire to come for the interview. That's the solution that we are going to talk about. Think about it. The solution has two dimensions, one of the HR or the recruiter and the other of the organization. As a HR recruiter, we must, point number one, initiate a relationship or a conversation or engage with the candidate. The second thing that we need to do is we need to find that hook with the candidate. Believe me, every candidate has a hook. Every candidate searches jobs for different reasons. The third thing is about having an elevator pitch. Now don't get me wrong, elevator pitches are not only used in business context, they can be used in any context, and they are those 30 or 45 second quick words, sentences, or paragraphs that you use to convey a message in a very powerful way. If you listen to Saranya's interview call with Radha, you will know that there are a couple of things that Saranya did right on the list that we spoke about. And somebody has told that consciously the recruiter doesn't matter, but subconsciously it does. If a person makes you feel more comfortable, then you will feel more comfortable about the job. Now, moving on to the organizational dimensions, these are the three things we need them to be right. The first and foremost is company's digital presence and company's brand. It is so vital, right? What do we do when we want to find out some information about a company? We just go to Google and type. Then we evaluate whether it is worth our time or not, and the candidates are just going to do the same thing. That is what you have done, and that is what I do, and that is what the candidate is also going to do. The second one is an applicant tracking system. An applicant tracking system can tell you what is working and what is not working. It will, I'm a big advocate of processes and systems, and an applicant tracking system just ensures that we follow a certain process, follow a certain system, so that we can measure it and we can be better over a period of time. The third thing is about having, at least if you don't have an active recruitment strategy, with all the bells and whistles, it's okay, but at least guys have a passive recruitment strategy. You don't need big time consultants to do this. You can do this right at your desk using many resources which are available online. For your reference, friends, we have prepared a digital company presence checklist and a PowerPoint presentation on benefits of ATS in case you want to talk to your manager or your company owner about it. Links to those are available in the description below. If you like it, please use it, no problem, and feel free to check them out. Moving on to the next is our question of the day. So tell us, you HR guys, what is that one key solution that you're going to use right away, that you will use to get more candidates to show up for your interviews? Let us know your comments in the comments down below, and I'm sure a lot of people are going to appreciate it. So friends, when you bring in the solutions that we discussed a couple of minutes ago, you will see that you will have lower time to hire. Second is you will have better closure rates, and the third and the most important is you will feel so satisfied that the efforts that you are putting in are not wasted and that you're not being ditched by candidates. So friends, just don't listen to this video and do nothing. Take some action and be the real professionals. Everyone has the room to be better, and so do you, and so do I too. So this video is the first one in the HR Hates This series. HR Hates This series is actually those nudging problems that we as HR professionals have day in and day out, and solutions to those nudging problems. And these solutions are not just theoretical solutions, they are practical solutions, they are doable solutions, they are solutions that you can go do right away. Those kind of solutions we'll speak about in this HR Hates series. And you should definitely follow us on our LinkedIn company page, whose description is given below, and also subscribe to this YouTube channel to keep watching at these videos. Right, until our next video, my friends, thank you very much. Take care and bye bye.